Hey, give me 1 second, alright? I gotta, give me 1 second, I gotta go check my food real fast. Alright. So I had to go get my food off the friggin' stove here. Alright, you guys can hear me, right? Just making sure. Yeah, this armor came from, oh, motherfucker. Alright, you'll have to excuse me because I gotta take care of this shit. I have fucking guard hate in this game. I fucking hate the guards in this game. I can't stand them. And I don't mean I fucking hate the guards. I fucking hate them. Give me a second. I have this on easy. I have to turn it off because I was in the middle of doing one of the community challenges. So just give me a second. Alright, I have to have this on Nightmare. Give me a second. Alright, one thing I do on my, I want to make sure that you understand is that I know some people don't, but I use full aim assist. And the reason behind that is because I just don't feel, I'm fucking lazy. I don't feel like targeting I don't feel like targeting everything. So I normally put it on Nightmare. And just to give you a quick rundown of the Animus control panel, before I actually go into anything else, the quality of my stream is not going to be as good as it normally is because I'm actually using windowed mode because for some random reason, even though if I use game capture in this, it won't display the Uplay overlay on it, so I have to use windowed capture to do that. So here's an example of the Animus control panel. There's different sections in here like God mode, Mad World, Hardcore Stealth, and then the default, which is the way the game is normally meant to play. So you can basically make your own preset and set it however you want. But basically what this is just a game editor. And once you set up what you want, you can click save and it actually transfers your game save to a different slot so it doesn't interfere with it. And anything you do on this, what they call hacked game save, doesn't it doesn't apply. You won't be able to get like achievements or anything else, and all the leaderboards and everything else are shut down, which makes sense because if you didn't, you just have a fucking mess. So there's so many things within this Animus control panel that allow you to edit stuff. Now I use a wired 360 controller on the PC. Now when this was put out, it was just embedded in there. You don't have to buy anything or anything else. So these are just an example of some of the, these are all of the things that they put in there. So you can basically play as any one of these. All it does is change the skin. However, I'm still wondering if I become like a Roman scout and I'm not friends with the Romans, will the game consider me being a Roman? I haven't quite figured that out yet, but until then, I think it just mainly deals with changing the skin. That's what I think it comes down to. So, I was actually doing an Abstergo Trooper one time. So, but if I mess with this, it'll transfer it onto a different game save, and I don't want to do that right now. But here's where you can increase the amount of tamed animals you can attack. I mean, hold on a second. I gotta make sure no. Oh, fucking they are attacking me, motherfuckers. This is why you use a heavy blunt weapon. It just friggin' cripples everything. Heavy blunt weapons get around anything in the game. They're absolutely ridiculous once you learn how to use them. Okay, so anyway, I have to pause the game for this so I don't have that shit happen again. So anyway, back to what I was saying with the Animus control panel. There's all sorts of, like, for the most part, you can just shut anything off and on in this. I mean, you can even change the hitboxes from where your attacks go and everything else. It's absolutely ridiculous what you can do with this. So you can change, like, your quiver size to hold like 400%. I am. And you can change all sorts of shit, like your adrenaline gauge, like how fast it replenishes and everything else. It's literally a game editor, dude. It's asinine. The funniest thing though is when you mess around with your speed, your movement speed and stuff, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous what you can do with this. I mean, friggin' you have ballistas have infinite ammo, and then you friggin' jack up the ballista damage. I did it one time, and they shot me twice, and I died. I was like, whoops. And so, yeah, it's really, really, really messed up. So when I did all these, like I was telling you, there is factions in the game. There's Tomic, there's Romans, Rebels, Tomic, Bandits, and that's it. So it basically puts like Rebels versus Bandits, Romans versus, you can read it, and what you can do is you can make them all neutral, allies, or enemies. And basically what I did on one of my setups is I put all the factions for the NPC versus the NPCs allies, and then I put all factions against me enemies. So every single enemy in the entire, every single person every single AI in the game was an enemy to me. And so what I did was you can actually jack up like how high you want these levels and stuff like that. So you can put them like 5, 6, 7, like it gets ridiculous. Like if you put it up too high, you can't even fight them. So I put them up like 2 levels above me. You can change their range damage. You can change all sorts of things in this. So this is actually quite interesting. And that's why, since I already fucking hate the guards in this game. Like if you watch any playthrough, I can't even begin to describe how fucking bad I fucking hate the guards in this game. I can't stand them. They're literally the most annoying enemy in any game I've ever played. I don't know why, but they annoy the living shit out of me. And it's just, every time I literally have stopped what I was doing in the stream. Like I was in the middle of a quest, and I'll be talking to my streamer, I'll be talking to the viewers. I will literally stop what I'm doing to kill a guard. I hate them. I fucking can't stand the guards in this game. And so, and I'm not saying that to get views. I fucking can't stand the guards in this game. I hate them. And so, that's about the gist on the Animus control panel. Let me get into dodge here, because I'll show you why the dodge. I don't use block. I almost never use block. And so, I always use dodge. Without dodge, you'd be fucked in this game. I know it's not good, but I don't want to say I know it's not good, but I know you don't have a liking to it, but you don't have to. Okay, so here's a prime example. Keep getting knocked over by something. If I didn't have dodge, I would not be behind this guy. Who is friggin' shooting me? Oh, he's shooting a ballista at me. That's what he's doing. I couldn't figure out where he was. That's why smokescreen is so friggin' good. Dodge is also really good for closing the gap between enemies. I got desync, sorry, I'm kind of like talking and watching the stream at the same time. Actually, I lied. That was just very fucking piss poor. That was very fucking piss poor playing. That was nobody's fault but my own. I lied. So anyway, let me finish explaining why dodge is... How to use dodge is very fucked up, because I learned early on in the game that pretty much our nightmare block is fucking useless. Okay, so let me see here. This guy's on a ballista, right? So, what happens here with dodge is I use dodge to close the gap between archers. So, wait a minute, give me that. Give me that for a minute. I'm gonna go over my ability tree in a second, too. I do what's called a ballerina move. A ballerina move, what I call it, is it looks like a ballerina move when you're leaping at somebody. And the reason I use dodge like that is because, number one, the enemies can't lock onto you, and number two, if you use it with a heavy attack, what winds up happening is... Right, exactly. And so what happens is, not only that, but that move I just did, it'll go through shields. Whoops. So this is why I mean, most people will use these moves to get around these guys. I'll just do this. I'll just throw smoke bombs on the ground and knock them over. Smoke is good because it locks, it draws the line of sight away from you, so they can't see what's going on. And so, if I was using a heavy blunt weapon, none of these guys would be alive, but I'm showing you the maneuver that I use with dodge. This is a very piss-poor example, by the way, because I'm trying to talk and normally, I'll show you how fast I kill everybody in this. Watch, I'm just gonna freaking kill everybody and I'll show you. Then I gotta get to it afterwards. I don't let the game fuck me over like this. Watch. That's my normal playing. So I'll take a bunch of damage, but I won't usually die. And if I've taken on like 9 guys at once in a fort, so I don't usually fucking die. But if I'm showing somebody something, it's kind of hard to not get hit. But see, this is why I don't use. You're right about the stealth in this game, because watch. You don't even need to sneak up behind the guards. You just don't. See, these guys are easy. I'll show you how to get around these guys. This is why dodge is necessary, because you saw what I did. I hit him, and then I moved behind him. Dodge allows you to get behind. It allows you to get behind the enemy. That's why it's so crucial. So it's not just about that, but this move that I'm going to show you, it's dodge in this. It's dodge full. I'm using forward, then I'm using dodge, but I'm also using a heavy attack at the same time. So on the PS4 controller, I think it would be L2. I'm sorry, R2 or whatever the right trigger is. So that move that I just did, it not only closes gap distance between you and the enemy, but it's a heavy attack which will break through smaller shields. And if you can use it to get out of the way. So what I normally do is I'll do a heavy attack like that, and then I'll just hit him with, a couple light short attacks and then go behind him. And so one thing I found out early on in this game is that the combat system in this game is fucking horrible. And I mean, not horrible as it's bad, like it does a lot of damage. It's just whoever put it together needs to be fucking fired. Because what happens is, once you realize what I'm about to show you, you realize how stupid the fucking combat system is. Okay, now I'm in an open field. Watch. If you target any one of these guys, hold out, and it would be L1 for you, or like left bumper or whatever it is. It would be L1 for you, and then I can't freaking do this if these guys are over here. Hold on. Hold on. See the range distance of that shit? I gotta get him up before I get him. Oh, but do you see why I'm showing you how good dodge is? It's so ridiculously overpowered if you know how to use it. But like I said, you have to see somebody use it, because I'm not just moving out of the way. I'm using it as an actual move to close the gap and actually hit enemies with. So watch. I don't even waste any time. These guys are just fucking annoying. I'm gonna go over my ability tree in a minute because I love doing this. Ready? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm not letting them get up, but at the same time, you see how ridiculous this is? It's actually so overpowered, it's retarded. Dodge is absolutely broken in this game. It's literally broken. The combat is fucking broken. No, it is clanky, but what it is it's a highly abusive, evasive move. As you see what I'm doing with it, it's so abusive, because if you wait till an enemy attacks you, when you dodge out of the way, you will wind up behind the enemy. Period. It's just so ridiculous. And this tactic works with bosses. It works with any non-animal in the game. Animals will attack head-on, so you got to be careful with that. But to show you how broken the combat is in this game, let me grab this and let me find an enemy. I don't even know if I can find enemies anymore. It's total. This combat system is fucking broken. It's absolute put together complete shit. And all right, case in point. I think are these soldiers? No, these are regular guys. I might have to travel somewhere to get them. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Ready? Watch. Watch how freaking stupid this is. It's fucking broken. Combat broken. I just killed that guy. One hit. Off mounts, it's broken. Dude, there's a sub-boss. There are sub-bosses that show up. Okay, watch. Here's a prime example. Okay? If you keep running in a circle, watch how broken this combat is, dude. It's fucking broken. Oh, shit, I'm on fire. I gotta get off. Hold on. I was on fire. He shot me. I keep forgetting that I'm on Nightmare, so the fire damage is like 4 times. I didn't realize I was on fire until it was too late. Basically, if you get on a mount and you keep hitting an enemy and running in a circle, what happens is if you run in a circle while on a mount, the mount this is like how stupid this is. Did you just see how many guys I took on at the same time before I used Smoke Bomb? It's just so retarded. It's like the combat in this is fucking broken, dude. And so, it's like, if you get on a mount, okay, here's the problem with the mount. I use this, and I'm saying this should never have been allowed. If you get on a mount and you ride in a circle around an enemy and you keep whacking them with a short whack, the mount stuns them while running them over, and you can just keep getting in free hits. It is absolutely the dumbest friggin' thing in the face of this planet. And especially like how the combat system was. Watch, this is fucking stupid. I didn't even hit him with a friggin' adrenaline attack. I just hit him. It's dumb. Hey, how's it going, Cobra? So anyway, if the way the combat is designed in this game, and I'm going to tell you a secret about it too for all melee combat. If you watch 99% of the AI human attacks, not animals, AI human attacks are all done if you're facing them and they're facing you. So they're facing this way and you're facing them. Every one of their attacks will come from the left side, or what would be their right side. So if you lift up your shield, target a guy, and then keep circling around him to the right, and then only dodge when he does his special, you'll never get hit. That's how stupid the combat system is in this game. It's a broken combat system. Once you understand how the system in this works, the combat is so easy. Watch. This is the friggin' stupidest thing. Watch. There's a reason why I'm killing everything in one hit. There's a whole. This is why I fucking hate the guards in this game. You see what I'm doing to this guy? Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. But do you see what I did to that guy? I went around in a circle, and I just kept hitting him. I mean, he hits you, but you see what I'm doing with it? It's dumb. And so, it's like, once you understand the combat system techniques in this, it's fucking brutal. On a mount, I'll explain why I'm doing a lot of damage. I know, right? But, I mean, I'm dying because I'm showing you things, but if I went out and I actually went ahead and did this, I wouldn't be getting killed. It's one of those, you're trying to show somebody something and read the chat, you just fucking die. Ready, watch this. Here we go. I'm gonna kill both of these guys at once. Ready? It's fucking stupid. You can literally run somebody over with your mount and kill them. You can kill somebody with a mount. It's dumb. Oh shit, I'm on fire again. Motherfucker. I don't think I'm gonna get myself out in time. I'm out, I'm good. I'm getting shot by this guy. I don't know what. Oh no, I'm done. Do you see how broken that is, dude? It's so stupid. I just kept running in circles. I kept getting hit. Alright, here we go. You ready? This combat is so broken, it's not even funny. But that's why it's like, on Nightmare, the enemies do way more damage to you. So what happens is, if you're not used to playing on Nightmare, you think it's harder, but it's really not. Whatever difficulty level you start the game on becomes normal for you. Like for me, playing on anything except Nightmare would be like you playing on easy. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. This shouldn't be going on. Okay, now, are these guards? Oh, here we go. You ready? Watch. Did I get him? No, I missed him. Hold on. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll go into my my gear screen and I'll show you what I'm doing. Yeah, but here's the thing. The game is this on Nightmare. Literally is not hard. What happens is the enemies. The difference in the difficulty levels is how much damage the enemies do to you and how much health the enemies have. That's it. Other than that, literally everything remains exactly the same. I think except for individual XP. I could be wrong on that. But for the most part, the item levels and everything you get have nothing to do with the difficulty level. That has to do with the enemy's level. So what I always tell people is that this game appears as though you're doing more damage to enemies on an easier difficulty level, but that's not what's happening. Let's say you do 50 damage, alright? Doing 50 damage to an enemy with 300 health, with a health bar of 300 units, is going to it's going to appear to do less than you doing damage, 50 damage to an enemy with a 200 health unit meter bar, you know what I mean? So it looks like it's taking a bigger chunk out. That's not because it's not doing, you're still doing 50 damage, you're just doing 50 damage to less health, that's all. So that's basically how the game works and it functions. But what I want to go over with you is something you said about your abilities, because I have some ability points I have to spend anyway. And so what you have here is the I had to go. It pains me because Ubisoft did not explain this to the players, and they should have. And that's about the glossary in the game, which is, you know, silver abilities on top and gold on the bottom. Because if you look at your weapons, they have silver abilities on the top and gold on the bottom. That's just how it's designed. But that's not going to help you if you don't understand this. And this should have been explained by Ubisoft, because when you said this game is not, it's not thrown together. This game actually is pieced together. There are some quirks in it, but it really is intricate. And that's why I brought up the ability tree, because the ability tree is just the same thing as in any, it's in any RPG. Like I said, ranged is, you know, the hunter is ranged. The, you know, the warrior's melee and the seer's magic. That's literally the layout of an RPG tree. I didn't say this game had them. I'm saying that's the equivalency of what you're looking at. They're just named different skills and things like that. But it's literally the staple RPG system. Magic, melee, and ranged. And so what you wind up with is the gear in this game really needs to, if you can go in the game and have fun. But if you understand the mechanics of the game's going to be twice as fun. You're going to get twice as much out of it. And so the gear in this game, your weapons, really need to coincide with your abilities. Now, building a hunter, building a, you know, a warrior, there's nothing wrong with what you did. You said, oh shit, I did, you know, I wish I didn't do that. There's nothing wrong with what you did. But with pointers, it's not that you did anything wrong. There's just pointers to what you can do better is all. I'm a victim of this because I wasn't aware of how to read the tree, so I started getting pieces of information from everybody else that had it differently, and I wound up with all basic information in one place, because everybody I was getting information from didn't have information that the other person had. So that helped me out. And then a friend of mine told me that the master passives in the trees, like the warrior passive, the master warrior, the master, you know, the ranged master or whatever it is, he told me you could put multiple points in there. I wasn't even aware of that. Like, I'm one of these people that could read it and wouldn't know what that meant until somebody told it to me. So once he told me that, I was at level 35 or 40. I had the entire map undone, and I restarted the game, and I started on a nightmare. That's how messed up I am when it comes to this, because I understood how the game works, and I was literally almost done with the game. And so what happened is I started looking into what the hell are these special abilities that's not going to help you out, like charge speed. What the frig is that? And then if you look at it, I started realizing that, what does this mean by level 4? And so all special ability, hold on one second, I was tempted, okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. So basically what happens is, if you look at the special abilities, they can be no more than maximum of level 4. No, you can't respec, and that's the problem. And I'm glad that they didn't allow you to respec. I'm glad that they didn't, and I don't like games that allow players to respec. The reason why is because that's a fucking lazy way out, and gamers can just like, well, I like to respec. No, you just don't like fucking having to play the game again because you fucked up or something and you want to try something else. And I'm not saying that as a negative. I just don't like the ability for anybody to respec. If you fuck up, you should be stuck with the consequence, period. Because that's basically one way you can get better at games. Next time, you wouldn't do it. Not saying you, but I'm saying in general, next time you read it. That's why, when I play a game, even though my channel is filled with fucking developer hate, like if you look at my videos, I talk about shitty development, including the shit in this one. Stuff that just should be being explained, that's not. And gamers will tell you to look up. And that's another friggin' story. But for now, let me get back to this. So anyway, Ubisoft didn't explain all this shit, so I started really looking at this, and I've only gone through 2 characters. The first one I made and this one here. And so once I realized how to read the skills, or I should say the abilities, I realized how the passives were interacting with the weapons, and then I realized the playstyle I was using and practicing with some of the weapons. I wound up having a 10 times better game experience because I understood how the game was put together. And it's unfortunate that Ubisoft didn't explain that. So, for example, if you take a look at the special abilities on this, now you may or may not know this, but if you take a look at the special abilities on this, there are 4 slots next to each special ability, and the silver ones to the left of the ability. And you'll notice that some of them are colored in, some of them aren't. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? What is that? And then I found out later on that each special ability a silver special ability can be a maximum of level 4, and how many bars are colored in is the level of that special ability. Also, what the game doesn't tell you is that when you're upgrading weapons, the special ability doesn't upgrade either. So I've upgraded this Crescent Moon bow. This is basically this bow I started, one of the bows I started with, because it came with the gold edition. And the combo multiplier will never go above 2, and I've upgraded this weapon a bunch of times. So what they don't tell you is that when you upgrade your weapon, it doesn't touch the special abilities. You would assume it would, but it doesn't. And it only upgrades the damage and the quality, and the quality actually allows the damage to be upgraded, shit like that. So then you're like, what the fuck is charging speed? And it turns out that's how fast you pull the bow back, but that doesn't help you out if you don't know exactly what it's doing. So, and with this one, stealth damage, what the fuck is level 4 stealth damage? Obviously you know level 4 stealth damage is going to be better than level 2 stealth damage, but what the hell does that even mean? So when you go into the glossary, it says legend. If you look down the corner here, it says legend, but it's not a legend. It's actually a fucking glossary. That's a piss poor name. So on the PC version, it's L. On the PlayStation controller, it's L3, and on the friggin' Xbox controller, it's the left thumbstick. So once you click it in, again, the special abilities are at the top. So if you take a look at, let me see, what was it? If you take a look at stealth damage, alright? I'm going to show you what a level 4 stealth damage does. It's fucking ridiculous. And then you'll start to see why I'm doing so much damage. Alright, so let me see, stealth damage. At level 1, it does 150, when undetected, it does 115% damage. At level 2, so basically, I have a stealth bow of level 4, and if I'm undetected, I could walk right up behind an enemy and have them not know I'm there just by walking up behind them and plug them in the friggin' head, and I'll get 160% additional damage off of that bow. Then if you look at on fire, because here's the catchy thing with this. People think because your arrows are on fire, you're automatically going to light the enemies on fire. That's false. If you actually read what on fire does, it says attacks have a chance to set the enemy on fire. It doesn't automatically do it. So when you start reading these skills and you start reading these abilities, you realize that this game is not actually thrown together. It literally is put together to coincide with your your gear, your skills, and everything else. Now I'm going to open up the ability tree, and why I said to you, you didn't do anything wrong, you just need some pointers on it because you weren't aware, which is Ubisoft's fault. It's because, alright, take a look at this. This is one of the main reasons why, you asked me what I use. I use both ranged and I use warrior, alright? Now I have a system that I used here because I started looking at the abilities. Now, a lot of people piled all the abilities in, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. You can do whatever you want. These are all fun skills to use. However, it makes your character weaker. That's a basic fact. Because if you start putting points into things that are basically just fun skills over ones that you're actually going to use to play the game with, I mean, you can use all of them to play the game, but I think you understand what I'm saying. So if you, let's say, okay, if you take a look at where I have all these ability points, I have a freaking 112% additional damage off of a melee attack. Now, I have 110% off of the ranged. Now, the thing with this is that if you take a look at, if I had put all these points into some of these areas, this wouldn't be as high as it would, and I wouldn't be doing as much damage. Sure, I would have special abilities, but I wouldn't be doing more damage. So what happens here is, when I said I understood how to read the ability trees, this is again something Ubisoft fucked the player over on because they shouldn't be doing this. Adrenaline 1 starts you off with half an adrenaline gauge. It's 1 point. If you take a look at Adrenaline 2, it starts you off with a full adrenaline gauge. So, if you get Adrenaline 2, normal players will go, oh, 1 comes before 2, so I got to get 1 before 2. And that's the way they wanted you to think. But if you actually look at where it's put, it's not something you can just get right off of the bat. But if you actually read them, you will see 1 will cancel out the other. 2 will cancel out 1. Putting a point in here because it's cool because 1 comes before 2 is one thing. But once you get 2, it renders 1 useless, and now you have a wasted point. So instead of putting it in there, you could have put it in the warrior tree. That's what I'm talking about. It makes your character weaker. Now, that may not, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying the way these trees are designed, Ubisoft should have explained them better because this game is intricate. Now, as far as animal taming, I didn't get any of that stuff because I basically, my goal was to make my character as freaking powerful as I freaking could, and as you see, it's fucking broken. It's my character's just beyond overpowered, and so what I'm gonna do now is I think I'm gonna use another character after this or something because I want to get some of the achievements done. So I have to like tame it. I have to tame an animal and use Sanu to harass things and stuff like that. But the fact is that I took the shortest route using the least amount of points I could to get to this. That's what I had intended to do because when my friend told me you could put multiple points in this, I'm like, dude, that's ridiculous. A 1% increase for every fucking point you put in there? That's asinine. That's absolutely ridiculous. And so it's interesting when you start looking at how this stuff is put together. So it's kind of weird. Now, here's another interesting fact. Now, if you look at Sanu's perception, there's a reason why Sanu's perception is actually on the ability page and not anywhere else. And that is because the higher Sanu's perception, the more enemies you can tag and the further she can see. So, for example, if I pull out Sanu here, I can... Fucking guards, are you kidding me? Hold on one second. Let me fucking hate the guards in this game. Fuck off. Sorry, I fucking hate the guards in this game. I fucking hate them. Sorry, I swear at the guards in this game. I literally fucking can't stand the guards in this game. I fucking hate them. Excuse me, sorry, I shouldn't have sworn that many times, but they piss me the fuck off. They really piss me. These guards piss me off. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I get fucking heated when I fight them. I fucking hate them. I can't describe how fucking bad I hate the guards in this game. Fuck, see what I mean? This is fucking annoying. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid prick. No, I mean, the average player has a problem with these guards. I have a serious fucking problem with them. I cannot stand the fucking guards in this game. I fucking hate them. Okay, so anyway, the what I was getting at was the what was I gonna say is the reason I forgot. I get so pissed off I forgot what I'm literally, dude, I'm fucking pissed when I fight guards. I fucking hate them. So what I was getting at was the way this game is designed. It's, as you can start to see. Oh, the hyena boss? I couldn't fucking... Alright, you want me to show you something fucking stupid with this game? I don't know what the fuck this is about, but I'm gonna go to the Crocodilopolis Arena and I'm gonna show you something. This is literally the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in this game. And I like when you see it, I'm just gonna let you watch, because when I show it to you, it's just you get... I can't even talk about this right now. It's like so stupid. Like, there's no reason for me to talk about it. Give me a second. I gotta find the arena. All right. There's an elite arena boss I'm gonna go after. All right. Now, when you're in this particular arena, you are given a weapon. This isn't even a weapon that it's mine. It's the game's giving it to me. All I'm gonna tell you is just watch this. I skip cinema cuts. I don't care what these people are fucking saying. Watch how dumb this is. Ready? That is the stupidest fucking thing in the face of this planet. Literally, that is the dumbest fucking boss fight ever. That is the dumbest fucking thing ever. And this is on Nightmare, dude. It's on Nightmare. It's like, how fucking stupid is that? It's like, are you kidding me? Right? Isn't that the stupidest fucking thing you've ever seen? I think I'm the only person that ever did that. I do it, when I first did it. I know, right? It's the only boss I do it with, and it's not even my weapon, it's a weapon they gave me. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so let me give you a let me show you some shit with the Animus control panel, dude. Alright, hold on a second, I gotta go back to the main menu here. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Right, so let me go back to the Animus control panel. Alright, so let me see here. Play. This is my hacked version of this character. So it creates, it's like when you do New Game Plus, it starts it on a new game, it starts it on a new save slot. Okay. I gotta open the Animus control panel here. So this is on custom, right? Alright, so I gotta make sure I have this up right. Give me a second, I gotta find my movement speed. Hero and movement, okay. Okay, so what I have here is I have the NPC's health, you know, up to 150. I mean, I did kind of balance it off, so I basically made them all 2 levels above me. I have my quiver size set to 400%. It's ridiculous, like how many hours and shit you can have. So I said the mounted attacks, everything that is here that applies to the enemy also applies to me if the enemy does it to me. So I stuffed boat collision data up to 400%, and I stuffed the vehicle's health at like 25%. And so if I have like fire damage set to 400%, so now I'm just going to apply this, right? So when I come out, it'll load the game again. The stream doesn't like me for a second. Give me a minute. YouTube's not doing enough video managing. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I need to just give me 1 second. I might have to redo this, restart the stream because YouTube doesn't like this right now. Okay. Now, if you saw what I did with the Animus control panel, my movement speed is set to 400%. Watch how stupid this is. Yeah, I gotta find something that's gonna be worth it to see. Now, I'll just like put a marker over here. I don't know. Ready? Alright, so that's 1,000 meters away, dude, right? Watch how stupid this is. Oh wait, I didn't friggin' adjust. Hold on a second, it didn't adjust. Give me a second. Oh, it didn't go through. Hold on a second, it didn't adjust it. That's why. I have to reset this stuff. I don't know, hold on, custom. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, hold on. It didn't adjust it. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna friggin' jack up tamed animals. Fire damage. Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened with that. That was weird. I didn't realize that sandstorms had a damage. I'm gonna put it 400% in frequency and shit. Give me a second. I gotta make sure that these are all enemies of me. Just give me a second. I didn't realize it undid itself. Huh. That was weird. Yeah, neither did I. I didn't know that either until this had happened. I was like, alright. It says sandstorm. Must get out of it. And I was like, alright, whatever. I usually just use dawn and dusk to get rid of a sandstorm. If I see it coming on, I'll just use dawn and dusk and it just passes by it. So let me see here. I'll just do level scaling. Like, there'll be one level above me. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do one level above me. And then, their attack speed. That's going to be terrible. Like, their enemy's attack speed is, like, set to, like, 50% slower. Oh, God, that's terrible. That shouldn't exist. That's not right. That's just not right. Okay, so their detection distance. I'm gonna set their detection and sense distance to 400%. I'm gonna walk in town and every freaking enemy on the map is gonna detect me. Oh God, that's terrible. Let me do the underwater breathing. Let me do the diving speed. Let me do the movement speed to 400%. This is how long it takes before. I didn't know there was an overheat either. I didn't understand that. I don't know. I still don't know what that means. So, let me see here. You can constantly have full adrenaline in this. My adrenaline gauge, man, I don't know. I can go either way with that. My melee damage, I'm going to put up to like 250%. I'm going to put up my range damage. I'm already doing enough damage. I don't even need to do this. This is like absolutely overkill. I'm going to put my health points up. That's just... I tried putting my health points up and jumping off a mountain and it, like, didn't work. I died. I still died. I guess it's still just too much. Too much damage. So I'm going to put up my quiver. I'm going to put up my... You can set the arrow recovery chance, too. I thought that was actually kind of cool. You can just either use infinite quivers and pouches, but I just like to see whatever. You can actually check your level progression, too. Like, you can stop... You can have it off or on. It's actually kind of really interesting. You can unlock every skill in the tree, experience earned. It's like really, there's a lot of shit that they did to this. It's actually really cool. So, I'm just going to, oh, wait, the boat collision data. I got to put vehicle health points, and then I got to do mounted attack up. I'm going to put ballistas damage up, and then I'm going to put ballistas have infinite ammo. Okay, so the game's going to start. Oh, God, this is not right. Okay, so let me put up like a map marker somewhere where I know where it's like really far away. Yeah, I don't know, but it's up way too high. So let me see here. That's okay. So I'm gonna go over 2,000. I'm gonna go over 2,000. Now you know how long it takes to freaking go 2,000 meters without, over 2,000 meters without a freaking even with a mount, right? Watch how stupid this is. It's fucking retarded. It's so stupid. Look at that. It's fucking stupid, dude. It's absolutely ludicrous how fast you're moving. I was actually moving so fast I had to turn down the friggin' speed. Where do you see the fire damage, dude? The fire damage is out of control. So I'm just going to show you, like, you get the idea of like how fast it's going. It's stupid. Like, it's just like, oh man, this is ridiculous. Okay, so let me go into town here. I know, right? So you should see this shit in the arena, dude. It's fucked up. Like, you can go into the arena horde mode and do this shit. It's terrible. Okay, let me do a couple laps on the hippodrome because I touched the vehicle damage. Right? Watch this. This is fucked up too. I did this earlier. I did this earlier, and this is just messed up. Alright, so let me just go into I'm just going to go into elite tournaments. I'm just going to go to the first one here. This is the elite tournaments, mind you. This is so stupid, dude. Because I wanted to see if I could figure out if this worked or not, and yeah, it did. By the way, there's a naked lady that walks in the background here. I don't know. Sometimes there's like some lady with no shirt on that walks in the background. By the way, I got up between the wire and a building, and I took a nice screenshot of Barry crotch. I just fucking died. Oh man, that's my. Oh my god, that was terrible.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ready? If I can get up beside him. Nobody won. I'm going the wrong way. Oh my god, that was terrible. This Animus control panel is out of control. I'm going the fucking wrong way. Hold on a second. I don't think I can catch this guy now. Alright man, yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, but give you a gist on the Animus control panel and shit, you know what I mean? So now that you understand that you've seen the dodge move in action, and now you've seen why I asked you about the heavy blunt weapons. It's, you know, there's just different things. Once you see somebody that uses it, that knows how to do it, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So I hope I was able to help you out with some stuff that you may or may not have known, you know, or give you tips better on that. But because the main thing here is that you said, oh, you know, I wish I shouldn't have put all my points in the melee tree. Why not? You can get infinite ability points in this game. This game literally has infinite ability points. Once you beat the main story, I just want to point something out before you go. Let me get on the map here real fast. Once you beat the main story over in Memphis, there is a hidden. This shows up whether you have the DLC or not. This is not even connected to the DLC, the hidden ones. This is just something that shows up in the end of the main storyline. And so what happens here is this is a legendary weapon dealer, but there's something specific inside the dealer that he has, which I'll show you real fast. If you go into, oh shit, it's still freaking on level. Alright, so if you go into interact and you go to buy, these tablets of knowledge, they give you 1,000 XP per point, and so once you're at max level for whatever, you know, if you don't have the DLC, once you're at level 45, the experience bar keeps going through. You can keep leveling over and over again. The experience bar just resets. So once it hits 55 and it rolls over, I'll gain an ability point, then it'll be able to be filled up again. So if I buy all 1,000 of these, I might be able to level with this. No, yeah, I did. I gained an ability point off of it. So, see? So now I have, that's just the way it is. So, I just wanted to show you that so you understand. So, you can basically farm infinite money, and you can farm infinite XP tabs. You can literally jack up your trees, your ability tree as far as you want to go, because there's infinite ability points in this game. Dude, some freaking kid had 19,000 something X points in his freaking. I'm not kidding. That's not a miss. I didn't missay that. He had 19,600 and something points in his melee tree. I know how he did it too, but he didn't use a cheat. What happened was there was a bad glitch in the game that allowed you to duplicate, like, it was something like 99,999 of an item, and then you could just sell them all. So basically, once you understood that and had that, you just basically have infinite gold, and you could just pile on every single amount of XP you can. So that's how we did it. But the fact of the matter is, it's just like, you can, it was just ridiculous, dude. He freaking one-shotted an elephant by punching it. It was fucking ridiculous. So anyway, I just want to get that out of the way, and I'll let you go, buddy, and I'll talk to you. Maybe I'll see you in your stream again. Alright? So if you have any questions, I can answer pretty much anything, because like I said, I finished this game twice at 100%, one playthrough and then on New Game Plus, both on Nightmare, and both I did at 100%, including the DLC, so. And the reason I asked you if you have the DLC is because you have the DLC, the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC. It allows you to boost your character to level 45 once you get past a certain point. Alright, buddy, I'll talk to you later. And with that, I'm going to actually end the stream. Take care, buddy.